All right, here we are, going live
Good
for
evening,
the first time
gentlemen.
in a while. Hopefully there's people out there and they can, well, I see there's some people out there, which is great. But let us know if you can actually hear us or anything like that. All
I
right.
can hear you.
Hey, that's good. I can hear you.
I can hear you. Now, is this
Yeah.
like live or like Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, there's no editing.
No, it's my favorite part. You can say link above and I don't have to do anything, which is great. So tonight we are going to blind off our best of. So we released that video, we had a definitive ranking, everything like that. But we figured we would bring in two other people to make sure, Brian gets his fair shake, but more importantly, Chuck gets his because we dethroned him for the first time in like 45 years. It
I was
took
going
a
to
while.
boycott this live stream actually because I didn't win.
Okay, David says he can hear, but also unfortunately see us. Hey, I've been trying. I've got a facial regime now. Like I'm working on it. That's why it's so shiny.
It's a little bit too late for that.
So, all right. So the people we are bringing in is first we got Mr. Ed Sturger, and Brian's out, who you guys know is one of our Patreons. So welcome, Ed.
What's going on, guys? How we doing?
Oh, pretty good. Are you excited for Monday?
I'm very excited. Nervous, but excited. Nervous.
Have you changed your clothes since they played last, or you're just like you haven't changed?
I throw work clothes over the top of this, basically.
Don't even change the underwear.
No.
Yeah, they keep winning, so you can't change.
No, right? Exactly. So, but the injury list is mounting, so we'll see if they can power through against the Suckeyes.
Gotcha. All right, and then of course the person to keep us honest, the guy that has probably they'd argue who's got the first best, but his palate is either Chuck or this man right here, which is Lance with Whiskey Tornado.
We'll give that to Chuck. What's up, guys? TJ, Chuck, Brian, Ed, fuck off. It's good to be here, guys.
Thanks, Lance. Love you, brother.
Love you, Lance.
Of course you
I'm
do,
excited.
Brian.
Thanks for having me on tonight, guys.
Oh, thanks for joining with all the craziness. We appreciate it.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. It's gonna be fun.
All right, so it is going to be. We're going to go off with our top three samples, and then a surprise sample from Brian because Chuck and I had to try it, so these guys do too, and it's. We'll just see.
All right.
Hey!
I think you gave away too much.
Let the whiskey, bourbon or spirits speak for themselves. Okay.
Yeah.
I like this. Spirits.
These spirits are scarier than the ones on Halloween.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
they're all bourbons.
Okay.
According to Brian.
According to the label.
I think the label said it. I'll go that far.
Oh,
all right,
man. So we are gonna just try through these and say some notes, everything like that, have some fun, and rank them out and see if it lines up with what we originally said when we did a much more controlled sample versus right next to each other, because depending what you eat the night, depending what you try it against, things can change. So it'll be fun, I think.
Now, TJ, do you guys know the order? Like, I don't know the order. I don't know what's in here. So
the three of us do. Brian's probably forgot by now. And
easily.
Ed has no idea either.
Okay.
Right.
So yeah. So for all fun, you get like double the points, Lance. Unless you don't choose mine, then you get minus points.
Yeah.
Now,
I absolutely did not.
refresh my memory. Chuck has won this thing like every year since you guys started. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely.
But hold on. But Chuck is also kind of like the New York Yankees. Like, he has the highest payroll,
or the Dodgers. Yeah.
So, or the Dodgers,
Yeah.
really, or like the Dodgers. Yeah. Has
Take
the
what
highest
you want.
payroll. So
Everybody else
let's not compare Chuck to the Dodgers. He's a good guy.
Oh my god.
I prefer the Cardinals, just the greatest all time.
Yeah. There we go.
But you actually spend money, unlike the Cardinals. That's the problem.
Right.
It's true.
It's not great right now.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Well,
the Cardinals are the Cardinals are like that grandpa with like millions of dollars in the bank that always acts like they're broke. I feel like that's the St. Louis Cardinals right there.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're like, I really want to buy this $150 bourbon. We pour. Here, Evan Williams.
Here, Evan Williams.
Hey, Evan Williams bottle and bond, baby. It gets me through.
Beam white label.
Oh, this first one smells great.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of cherry.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Little oak and caramel back there. Ooh, cherry comes through on the palate for sure, and it's nice and a little hint of medicinal, but very rich and decadent. I would go with like very desserty.
The oak to me almost
Mhm.
becomes a little barrel char. It's a little charry.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
The
is
vanilla really comes through.
up front the medicinal cherry, but it mellows out nice.
mm-hmm.
It goes a little. It started off like super concentrated, but then the mid palate kind of thinned out, and it like lost a little bit on the mid and finish for me, which started off with a like major punch of flavor, but then kind of just I don't know, it lost me a little bit.
Lance, yes, sir. Echoing my thoughts right there. Well, not echoing. I never said them, but I was thinking the same thing. That's exactly how I felt about this.
Yeah,
I
there.
think take another sip or two, because I think to me like the finish is lasting with the oak.
Are you trying to tell me I'm wrong, Chuck?
No, I just
Told you there would be fighting.
Revisit.
Oh,
No, I thought the same thing initially, but then it's like as you go back,
That-
you can get a little.
that's not a
chocolate
long
now in the
finish.
Mm-hmm.
So as you kept drinking, Chuck, it got better and better, is what you're saying.
Correct,
Like the
yeah.
more you drank,
Yeah,
it just kept.
after 6
getting better. Oh.
glasses. I've refilled it 3
Yeah.
times already. So
That'll do it every time.
This is great.
There's a
Yeah.
couple through the years Brian sent us that it wouldn't help.
It wouldn't matter. First drink,
Yeah,
12 drinks.
Yeah.
Doesn't-
There's a couple
gonna
I've
say-
sent. I'm not sure would have been safe to have like a third to sixth pour. Of, actually.
Well,
So
Well-
Chuck, I'll change what I was saying. The finish for me, when I went back to it, was more proof and less flavor for me. It's interesting. It feels familiar, but I don't know that I've ever had it. It's kind of that's confusing me. It's pretty good though. It's pretty darn good.
it's enjoyable to me. I'm just getting a little bit too much of what I. It's not like an aged oak. It's just a bit. I mean, it is aged oak with a char, and it's just like a little too much char for me.
I got you.
Yeah. I would say, I mean, all the flavors are pleasant, start to finish. But I do feel like, at the back end of the palate, in the finish, it kind of tames down a little bit, and the finish is a little single noted with the oak, the aged oak, maybe a little bit of pepper sprinkled in.
Man,
finish seems to be a little short.
It's,
I mean, it
it's
doesn't-
numbing
it
my
doesn't-
tongue like a cough drop does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can.
I mean, medicinal cherry.
relate.
Boom.
Yeah, but it's not like, it's not the medicinal that I get like on Wild Turkey 17-year bottled and bond. It's not that off. I mean, I love that. Some people think that's off-putting. But yeah, I could see a little bit of medicinal cherry for sure.
All right. Ready to go on to number 2?
Oh,
yeah.
wow. This smells like a different animal.
That's a good thing about having 3 completely different people. Like it's just curveballs all
Right.
day long.
Yeah, these are not variations upon the same thing. They are.
No.
Yeah. How much thought did we put into the order of the lineup for tonight?
If Chuck chose the lineup, does Chuck ever not put thought
Yeah,
into?
I would say
what he
Chuck
does?
did a very good job.
Now this has a
mean,
weird. This has a weird note on the nose to me.
It's getting super floral. It's like
Yeah.
like I'm stuck my nose into a honeysuckle
Mhm.
bloom.
And this has something medicinal on the nose to me.
But less than the first one. I would argue.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just so floral, evergreeny. It's completely different.
Now the palate's got some nuttiness to it.
Mm.
Ooh, yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
sign me up for that. That's good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Boy, that's good.
And I would say some
Man.
spearmint in there. It reminds me of
Yep.
whatever the 5 gum is.
Oh,
Mhm.
Man,
I'm just
this
getting
is like a
nuttiness and oak.
Mm.
That's rich.
That's tasty.
yeah. Now that you
That
said
nut-
that, PJ, now it's like nuttiness with spearmint with.
I feel like this is like a rope-a-dope. Like it's like on the nose, it's like you get this like kind of light floral with some of these flavors, and then man, as soon as you taste it, it just comes at you.
Right.
The spearmint
in a
would
good
make me
way.
think that it's high rye, but it's not spicy like a high rye. It's just
Right.
really, it's got a really good mouthfeel to it. Oh, that's very interesting.
Boy, yeah. You even get the spearmint like it's as the finish. It's just like this cooling sensation.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That is. That's all kinds of enjoyable right there. That's what that one is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
And
know
it's-
if I've ever had nuttiness with spearmint before. That's wild.
Mm-mm.
Well,
Well, and
first
again,
time
it's
for
one-
everything.
And it,
Yeah,
one of those that's like-
I'm pretty sure I haven't had whatever that is.
Yeah. It's another one that's crazy. Like that's a bourbon and so different on the flavor profile, which is just crazy.
Yeah.
So, all right. Trace.
on to,
Trace.
on to
Boy.
3.
The color on this is nice.
Yes.
Yeah, that's.
Oh,
That is-
yeah.
What's that color, Brian? Master color.
Yeah, I was saying master
Oh, yeah.
color. That is, he's
Ooh,
got that.
We're going dark amber.
Now this smells like my jam right here. Whatever this is.
Yeah, that's because there's a hint of, I get a little bit of hint of sweet tobacco in there, and that's always Lance's. That's Lance's right down his alley.
Man, this thing smells rich. It's dark. It's crazy. A lot of vanilla.
Yeah, brown sugar for sweetness.
Mm-hmm.
I get
This
that.
note.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then on the palate, it is just all brown sugar and oak.
Yeah. That was not exactly what I was expecting.
Yeah, and I almost get like this candy note. It almost reminds me a little bit of like a Hirsch candy sweet. Remember those Hirsch 6-year single barrels?
Yeah. I still
Oh, yeah.
have one up there.
It's not quite as
Man, I-
pronounced, but it's a bit more subtle than that. But that's kind of
Golly,
what
that's
reminds me
candy
of that.
sweet. The second time you sip it, it's even sweeter than the first time.
I get
Wow.
Yeah,
a
but
funky.
it's still
That's what my wife says when she kisses me. Oh, that's sweeter than the first time.
what she does. But
Lies. Lies.
even in that sweetness, like it has a beautiful finish that just
Oh yeah.
lingers. Those flavors come through. You get the spice on the finish. Man, my tongue is still tingling from it.
Yeah, me too.
I get a
Wait,
little
viscosity.
weird artificial like artificial sweetener note in there. I don't know. It just like comes mid palate and then kind of goes away. It's kind of weird. It's good. I mean, it's
proof of the three.
that. Oh
yeah,
yeah,
it
it's
definitely
giving
tastes
you a
like the
hug.
highest proof.
Yeah, that's
I love the waves of flavor though, because it's like it gives you that punchy sweet note, candy sweet in the front, and then it hits you with the oak afterwards.
Yeah.
Man,
But it also works together.
I figured some of these would taste familiar, being bourbon of the year, but I'm not. These don't taste familiar. That second one tastes a little like Beam, but the floral and spearmint's throwing me off.
Mhm.
I don't know what this third one is. Man, it's good.
Yeah, third's definitely good, but there is a little bit of a funk to the end. I'm with you, Ed.
Yeah, it's
there's. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. It's just like I don't know, like if you, just like an artificial sweetener finish. But the viscosity on this is heavenly. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
That funk on the finish almost feels like it feels like that floral, like almost comes through a little bit right at the end, like a little bit in a funky way.
Man, when I go back to the nose, I'm getting the slightest hint of like nutty banana bread, just a little bit on there.
Oh, the banana? Is this an Old Forester project? No.
Put a little chocolate chips in there too.
Oh, little Brown Foreman maybe.
I mean, there's one of us that loved it until this year's best of, and he poo-pooed it.
Oh, was that me?
No, that was Brian. He destroyed the 1924.
Yeah,
I'm just looking at so that finished 24th out of 31st.
Yeah.
The 1924 finished 24th.
Yeah.
Hey,
And they raised the price on it.
Yeah, yeah. Hey,
What is
yeah,
it
I'm
now?
just-
170 out the door.
Brian even said, he goes, funky finish you will hate or love.
Yeah. ...
Couldn't find a way to love it.
That's hilarious.
That's
Honestly,
1924.
1924, it's no 1910. Just saying that right now.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
This-
1924 is 160 out the door now. That's why everything they release online like sells out super quick. I saw the email like 3 hours late, clicked it, and was like, "Would you like to buy a bottle?" I'm like, "What's going on?" Then I saw the price, and was like, "No, I would not. Thank you though."
And it's like, I want to defend my old foe. I love their lineup. And I'm like, I just cannot defend the 1924 price tag.
Yeah.
Wow.
Though I think it was Costco for $100 still has the entire Whiskey Row lineup in, I think, 375s or something like that. I'm like, that's actually a pretty good deal. Like if you were looking for a gift.
Does that include the 1924?
No, it's everything but the
No.
1924.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I saw it there over Christmas, and I'm like, that's not a bad deal.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys got to 4 yet?
No. Let's do 4.
Oh, are we doing 4?
Oh, I went back to 1.
Yeah, we're going to 4. Yeah, we're doing
Okay.
4 with this.
Should we?
4 is
all right.
4 is throwing me for a loop because it's dark, but it smells like a craft distillery.
It does
Ooh.
smell crafty.
It smells like youthful
nice,
wood.
Actually,
What'd you say, Chuck?
I think those are nice comments. If it only smells like.
Well, I'm trying to be nice. It smells like a fresh cut 2x4.
Well,
I
that's
haven't
Lance.
tasted it yet.
You don't have to be nice on this channel.
Honestly,
Like,
Lance,
the
I
image
think
that I
fresh cut
have-
2x4 smells better than this.
Yeah, the image
Yeah,
that
it
I
smells
have
like.
is,
At first, I thought it was Texas whiskey, and then no, it's just a fresh cut wood that just isn't very good.
it's
fresh cut-
improvement.
I would say it's
Al
fresh cut
Borland
wood
when
on
Tim-
Home
Tim
Depot
weighs
Kid
the-
Day.
Yeah, when
Exactly.
Yeah,
Lance-
it's fresh cut
Lance-
wood and a bag of feet is what's I'm getting.
Lance- Somebody worked really hard on this. Okay,
A bag,
Somebody paid a lot of money for
Oh
this
my
too.
God.
So,
Should I drink? Should I drink this? Is it going to ruin my palate with everything else?
I was hoping to
Not a
go back
50-50.
and give an honest review on the other three, but I'm afraid. All right, here we go. Cheers.
So I
mean,
have to give Hannah's tasting notes here, or nosing notes. She goes, I don't even know what this is, as she grimaced. Rotten pickle juice with cigarette butts.
Oh,
I will say it tasted. It's not good. Don't get me wrong, but I expected way worse on the palate.
okay.
I would say it tastes exactly how it smells. That's the good news.
Yeah, but I expected it to just like.
Ooh,
I didn't. It
That's
has
not good.
like a hint of sweetness, but it's still.
I like how, Lance, you're being too nice. It's like, there's some sweetness
Just say
there.
it.
It's got some potential.
Would you drink this or Perry's Batch? Which one?
Oh, Perry's Batch is way worse than this.
Oh, what?
Way
100 times worse.
Yeah.
So I do have to say, this is the lowest rated bourbon in Power of Bourbon, Best of Bourbon history, which we've been doing this, I think, 4 years. So we have a catalog of over like 120 bourbons at this point, and that's the lowest rated. Yeah,
That's amazing. Brian, did you like it? You like it?
I like that you just
So fun story.
Oh shit.
First opened it. The neck pour actually I felt like was solid.
Oh, solid.
Well, actually solid might be a little bit strong. It was like palatable. And then as it opened up, it did not open up well. But previous to that discovery, I was doing my samples for the best of for the year, and I had heard about this and hadn't really had time to really potentially do my due diligence to really make sure it was bourbon of the year worthy. And so I just chucked it in as a hey, let's see what happens. And this is what happened.
I mean,
horrible.
To give Brian credit, this is a limited offering from a distillery you love.
Yeah, they should
It's a
limit
thing.
it to a
This is a
drain
thing.
pour.
This is from a distillery I love.
Yes.
Oh no.
And a lot of people are going crazy for.
Yes.
And I've
no.
seen a
It's a
lot of
thing.
YouTuber whiskey channel guys like pushing not this specific bottle, but this line of bottles.
It's not
Yeah.
like hard truth, is it?
No, it's not hard truth.
Is it still Austin?
No. Think where's Brian from?
Yeah, you were on the right track.
Oh.
Lance. It was not Texas, but
Oh,
Was this been holiday?
Yep.
oh.
This is the ancient cave.
Oh my God. Is it really?
Yeah, this is not representative of their line.
Now,
Disclaimer.
What?
Generally, like Ben Holiday, this is
You
not
can-
representative
So
of their stuff.
so it is young and crafty. I wasn't wrong there.
You were
Oh.
not.
I in my tasting notes I said turpentine. Is this even safe to eat or drink?
Yeah.
now
sent you
all
worse.
I get, Chuck, when you read Hannah's notes, all I get is
Pickle juice
freaking
and
cigarette
cigarette
butts. That's all I get is like if you put a bunch of cigarettes in a beer bottle and smelled it. It's exactly
Five
what it smells.
cigarettes.
Yeah. What's the mash bill on that? Do you know?
Ooh.
I don't know. Well, let me get out a
35%
little
cigarette
bit.
butts.
It's probably, I'm sure it's very high corn.
Yeah.
Well,
So
sadly,
I
after
abstained
sending,
tonight, and I just poured myself a Russell's 15 instead. So.
Oh,
Good call,
okay,
Chuck.
Chuck.
It's a
Well-
good call.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
Um,
what we rated the ancient cave is what he rated your Russell's 15. So
Oh my God.
Speaking of that,
did
we
you
need
try
to-
the sample I sent you?
No, I'm
Chuck,
gonna
it
do
is not
we'll
good.
Do it. We'll do it now. It's not good.
You didn't think
There's-
Russell's 15 was good, Brian?
no. So
Didn't
what
like it.
Chuck's trying, Brian sent it back because he was
Yeah,
like,
he's-
"You sent me a defective sample."
What?
Yeah.
I was like, send it to me. Like, I'll drink it.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say it tastes amazing, Chuck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, even the
I
nose.
mean,
it's just fantastic. There's no difference.
Brian, hey Brian, when it comes to palates, nobody's wrong, but you're wrong.
I thought it was mid.
Yes, you are.
I would say Brian, the only person to send back Russell's 15.
Brian, this is you're allergic to bourbon over $150. I think
That might be it.
you're like quality.
If it's 3 digits, Brian's out. Nope.
Yeah.
See ya.
Well, that would be why he didn't like the old phone 1924. He was like, nope.
Right. 3 digits. Boom.
Exactly.
Oh my.
If it's $14.95, all day. All day.
Yeah, really. There's no difference to these, Brian.
I would say the
Wow.
sad thing is,
That's
if I
really good
remember
stuff.
right, when you calculate it out, he paid 3 digits for the ancient cave.
That's true.
Right.
Wow.
So ancient cave
One-
right here. Sadly, after sending samples to you guys,
It's
Or
gone.
It's gone.
it's gone.
Oh man.
I only had enough for about a 1
You're
hour
welcome.
sample tonight for me, so I sacrificed there.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
So Lance, the mash bill is the same as our soft red wheat.
Okay.
This was aged 7 year 2 month.
That's a
7
7-year-old
years.
bourbon. Wow.
It's a
I would have guessed
Wrong
I
case.
would have guessed under 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So finishing barrel was French oak heavy toast char 1.
Even with
So
the heavy toast and char, it couldn't cover that up.
I would say so. Maybe that funk we're getting is the French oak.
Yeah, probably so. The French oak probably saved it, to be honest.
Is it the
now, so
filter
they-
or no filter? Is that what
I mean,
we're talking
it
here?
is. What I did think it
Cigarettes.
was super dark. That's why it was throwing me off. Why it tasted so young. I was like, "What is going on?" But man, yeah,
so
that's
they
not
have they have several like different ancient cave collection like lineups, like different finishes and stuff they do.
oh, but whiskey tube in general, people love that.
Yeah. People are
it's,
like,
it's a thing for a
going
lot of
crazy
people.
for it.
This is the toasted, or just what I call the toasted finish. This appears to be the worst one I've heard of from their
This is
lineup
my
of
headline.
Ancient Cave. So you're welcome.
Is this the one they
Well-
should have left in the cave? Not
Well,
brought
just
it out.
like
so also related
sacrificed
news.
it to the good of the cave.
Yeah.
Also related news, coincidence potentially, or not. Yeah, this was the first Ancient Cave release that was not a distillery only, and was a store pick one. So
Oh,
say what you want there.
I'd be
Okay.
questioning that store.
Yeah.
With
Well,
the
it,
picks.
it, it was a grocery store. So
There you go. Hey, Kroger does some good picks around here. I can't knock grocery stores.
You also live in Louisville.
Yeah, that's true. What's your point? Our grocery stores are better? Okay. I'll take that.
They know bourbon, yeah. Or better
Yeah.
chance of it anyway.
Fair.
Should we go
So
back
are we
to
willing
the
to
real 3
say
samples?
fourth
four
is the
It's
worst?
not.
Yeah.
Four is
Okay.
not.
Okay.
Not even
no,
close.
yeah.
My 4 was
sure.
really good.
Yeah,
We know.
Oh,
Your
your
4
Russells?
your 4 was our bourbon of the year.
I would say your 4 was rejected because it was sent back by one person. That is, I'm just gonna put it all on that person.
No, that was my
Sorry.
number 5.
look, I
But also
didn't want to
tastes
be
like
just
number 4.
another channel that's like, oh, Russell's 15. Great stuff.
I didn't either, but
I was like,
it's
oh, cool. I
really
was like, oh,
good.
Russell's 15.
Yeah, because you
Mid.
snuffed it out. You could tell that was Russell's 15.
It's like this is
And I'm very interested to know what one is. It is. I'm like getting so much butterscotch on that now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
It
It really just took that ancient cave to open things up for you, I think.
yeah, it really did. Honestly, Brian, it reset my palate.
We appreciate.
Yeah,
Brian
maybe that's
keeping
why
us
it
in
tastes so good now. It reminds me of Still Austin. The butterscotch notes I'm getting on it. I mean, I don't think that's what it is, but it just reminds me of that. And it's good.
Yeah.
So how are we ranking these? We just putting them in our 1, 2, 3 order, or
Yeah, we'll just put them 1, 2, 3. I'm not gonna be fancy like you and put numbers involved and then try to get my phone out and do averages.
Have to do
like,
math and shit.
Yeah, well,
I've
that's why I
got
got
the
Excel
spreadsheet
boy
open
over
here.
here.
We have Excel boy there who can.
yeah.
I mean, I guess we could do that.
Well, wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Time out. Isn't Brian a PhD in math?
Math education.
Not in
so
math.
He teaches others to do
Yeah.
math. No. Yeah.
No.
He doesn't really do math.
Yeah.
All right, so
Math.
So Chuck,
anything
you wanna-
over once they put letters in math, it's just all confusing.
Oh,
you know.
gosh. So, I've taken more math than anybody here, so back off.
I
don't
will
know
say
Excel, though.
I've taken probably the least amount of math. I will say all 3 of these are delicious. The 4th sucks, but the first 3 are.
Agree.
The 4th was in there because we had to taste it, and there's a price of entry. So, Chuck, you want to do Excel magic, or we just want to rank them?
Well, I mean, I think it's okay to rank. Do we want to do a ranked sum, or do we just want to do Ed and Lance choose? I mean, we have already rated these
Yeah.
blind.
I like just Ed and Lance going. They can choose. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Now, if we need a tiebreaker, maybe we go after that. But so Ed and Lance, what was your number 3?
For me, it was number 3.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, my number 3 is number 1.
That's where I would have been. Lance was number 1 too.
Agreed.
Just a little bit too much char.
Yeah,
it's
and
okay. So maybe I need
and I could be way wrong. I feel like it's the youngest. I like what's there. It's just kind of it's not as complex as the other 2 to me. But I do like what's there. It's just and that I just lose a little bit in the mid palate for me. For me, 2 and 3 are much more interesting and complex for my palate.
I just have that funky artificial note that I just can't. It seems to be lingering too much for 3. That's why I put it. Although, I mean, it's good other than that one funky note.
I knew as soon as I tasted 2 that 2 was going to be your favorite. I didn't even need to know what else was behind 2.
totally on brand for Ed.
Yeah.
I would say I just like Ed
What can
how
I
tables
say?
are turned. Ben and I said the same thing on Lance's best of about that artificial sweetener, and you guys all poo-pooed on us. I'm just saying.
Right. Which, I mean, it's okay for y'all to be wrong. I mean, it's okay.
Well, I mean, one look at Ed tonight, and he's like an on-brand kind of guy. So
Yep.
Really?
He's
What gave
consistent.
that away? That's right.
All right. So, what is your guys' number 2?
I don't know. I'm battling here.
Okay.
the battle.
Man, I love the concentration, the entire mouth experience on 3. The finish goes forever. I do get what Ed's saying about that little artificial note.
Well, my number 2 is number 1. So there you go.
Okay.
Number 2 is number 1. Okay.
I would say, Chuck, you could just factor in our original rankings with their rankings.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Well, we'll see if that's even needed. Maybe there's a
Man,
Something.
That's
Yeah.
number 1.
I'll trust the Excel wizard.
that number 1 just got better for me the second time and third time through. It just but 2's my jam.
Yeah. I mean,
There's
love
nothing bad about number 1. It's just I
No.
wish there was more. That's where I am on it.
I want longer finish. It just seems to go away. And I wish it would just hang a little longer.
so you can drink more,
But-
Ed. You just like once it goes
Well,
away, then you just
yeah,
keep taking
there
a
you
sip.
go. That's
And
right.
the finish on 3 is so long. Golly. But
Yeah.
again, part of it's because of the proof. Geez, that has got to be the highest proof one in the
Yeah.
lineup. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, that's got
up
some
there.
octane. Yep.
I think my toes are sweating.
Brian, I take it you are this evening in more or less reverse order. Is that accurate?
Yeah, probably. I mean, this is the two worst race between 2 and 3. It's close, but yeah, reverse order.
Hey, I agree with you, Brian. You might have a good palate.
There you go.
So it's like I'm kind of all over the place, Lance. I like to sometimes just kind of go my own way. Other times,
I like it.
go with the flow. Well, and for me, it's just I go with the flow when the flow is good. When it's not, I'll go the other direction. I'll poo all over Russell's 15.
I think where I'm at is that I really enjoy 3 about 2/3 of the way through more. And then I do get that little bitter note. I think 2, where it's throwing me is I'm not a big nutty guy. And 2 is like got a lot of nuttiness to it. But I think the overall drinking experience is better on 2 for me. Like start to finish, it's just more balanced and better. So I got to go with that, even though I hate to pick the Jim Beam high rye, whatever, Baker's high rye. I bet that's what that is now that I think about it. But I would say 2 is going to be my first place, 3 my second, and 1 is my third. I really want to know what 3 is, though.
You just hate agreeing with me, Lance. That's what you do.
Yep.
So I feel like 3, like when it comes to like traditional good bourbon, like 3 just knocks it out of the park. But 2, like the uniqueness of number 2, like the flavors that come together. That second one is just such a unique experience that you just don't get every day.
Yeah, definitely don't.
Yeah.
3, it's just the last third of it for me. Just is a little funky and a little, like Ed said, artificial.
Mhm.
I got to give it to Ed. Ed's palate has really improved over the last couple of years.
Ever since he's known you, right?
I can't even shit on him very much anymore. He's
Since
really bumming me out.
I would say since he's been
Lance.
crazy and giving 2 whiskey tubers way too much money, and we've been sending him way too much bourbon, he's gotten really good at identifying good bourbon.
That is 100% fair.
Ed, you're welcome.
100% fair. Yeah, no, you guys are welcome. Thank you. Oh yeah, that.
I would say
So
I'm with Ed tonight that like last place for me is 3 just because of the funky note. 1 is second. I wish there was a little bit more there. And 2 is my favorite. Like I really like 3. It's really good, but there's some thing on the finish that's just
I'm really
not there
interested to
tonight.
know what it is.
Wait, Lance, did I have you right? You said so number 2 was your favorite?
Yeah, 2's my
Okay.
favorite, 3's
Yeah.
second, 1 third.
Yeah. We agreed.
Oh, we all agreed?
Well, you and I
The numbers.
perfectly agreed, but
Okay.
the I guess the rank. Everybody said number 2 was their favorite except for Brian.
I mean, that's how our channel goes.
Hold on.
Yeah, if there
You're
was an
welcome.
over under on DraftKings, nobody's making money on that bet.
I really want to know what 1 is.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay, well let's do the reveal. We'll do let's reveal 1, 3, 2. So
Sounds good.
1 is mine. This is Manifest Whiskey Project 10-year.
Oh,
So 10-year MGP single barrel.
that's MGP?
That's
is it-
MGP.
And it's bourbon. It's not like
It's bourbon. Yep.
Yeah, it's a seal box release.
Aged in new level number 4 char oak casks.
Man, that's a butterscotch bomb.
Oh,
I gotta
geez.
taste that next to Still Austin because it tastes a lot like that, man.
Now, on the empty glass, Chuck, lots of that char. Lots of char
Like,
on
I'm
the
just
empty
feeling
glass.
too much right now.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
so
strong.
it's so vanilla forward. It almost
Yeah.
gives you like light whiskey notes too.
Mhm.
It's just so like Chuck was saying, you just wish it had a little bit more, kind of like light whiskey. I love those like vanilla fair taffy notes I get from that sometimes, but I just
Yep.
wish it had a little bit more.
So
That's
that was
crazy.
batch
That's-
2. I just got batch 3. so it'd be interesting to compare.
Yeah,
That's a really
crazy.
good
That's
bottle.
10-year. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What's the price tag on that?
I think that was like 150.
Okay.
What's the proof, Chuck?
Proof is 107.
Oh, I was gonna say
Well,
110. So
I would say I'm
Um,
going to caveat that check. I feel like it was 150 with tax and shipping. Because you
Yeah,
had to
it
get
was
from Seal Box.
definitely the Dodger spend.
No, it was within my price range. I almost bought it, and then Seal Box was like, "We're not
That's
shipping to Kentucky this
That's
week."
easily Cardinal money.
Yeah,
That's
that's
easy
Cardinal
Cardinal
money.
money.
it's funny because I think I said it tastes familiar, but I don't think I've had that, and that's I haven't had that.
TJ's right.
Right.
With shipping, it was 125.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
I was gonna say it was
All right.
within my price range that I got it all the way to the cart and said buy, and then it was like, "We don't ship to Kentucky," and I was like, "I'm not gonna ship it to Chuck's, so oh well, I'll buy something else."
For
So
a
I wound up
10-year
buying
MGP
the
shipped. Like
what?
I said, for a 10-year MGP.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Shipped to my door. I was buying it.
I would say
Did
I
you-
should be getting tomorrow the
Ed.
quintessential.
did you pour
wine
the Still
something.
Austin?
Yeah, pour the Still Austin.
Okay.
Go find it.
I was about to say part of what I
Are
think.
you saying there's a conspiracy, Lance? Like they're
No.
it's
I'm
not
just
in-
saying no, not at all. I'm just saying they taste very similar. Like
He's giving
um,
props to Texas, is what he's doing.
yeah, which is unusual for me.
Which is
but
Very
it,
unusual.
it has the Still Austin's 116 proof. It has a little bit more bite to it than that. What you have, Chuck, is like more rounded, but the flavor profile is damn close. It's crazy.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. The only thing with the Still Austin, like you said, Lance, is there's a little more heat because it's 116 proof. But man, that vanilla, that's really close.
It's crazy how close they are.
Really close.
What's the price tag on that Still Austin? in
They're
comparison?
close on the nose too.
Oh.
The Still Austin's about $70.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Yeah.
There's a lot of good single barrels around here of Still Austin right now. So
Yeah, Still Austin's doing some damn good stuff.
Have any of you guys had that? What is it? That Tanninger?
no,
I haven't had
uh-uh.
The one that Jason had number 2, I think, on his.
That's what.
the-
Bourbon of the
That's,
year.
honestly, if I had to bottle guess, I would have guessed that as Tanager because I didn't know what you guys had looked at or tasted, and it just tasted so much like Still Austin to me.
Wow.
That's what I would have went.
I think that's their version of a cigar blend. Or
Is that-
whatever
is it?
is. Yeah.
Okay.
Would you guys guess that that's MGP blind?
No.
Yeah,
we
it
had
does
no
not
idea.
taste like.
No way.
I want. What's the mash bill on it, Chuck?
I don't know that. Yep. It is a high rye, so probably 35% or so. Rye.
Which I love the high rye MGP stuff, but man,
Yeah,
that
that is
does
a
not.
yeah.
I would like. I think if you put
Yeah.
a Remus bottle next to that and Still Austin next to that, you would think the Still Austin tasted more like it.
Right.
Well, that's the thing is like, how can they mess up like their own brand, but they keep giving everybody else such good stuff? I don't get that.
Yeah, it's,
It says Manifest Whiskey Project Batch 2 is 60 corn, 36 rye, 4 malt.
wow. So yeah, it's the
Ooh.
high rye.
That is high
Mhm.
rye.
I mean, it's amazing, well worth the price.
Oh yeah, that's a killer bottle.
Yeah. All right, number 3, the one that Lance wants to know that he's had multiple times, and he's said on his own channel that he loves.
Brian.
Brian, that's you.
Jack Daniels.
Oh,
That's the thing. I thought it might be when we went back through and I was getting that little bit of banana bread note. I'm like, this one might be Jack Daniel.
You could
I did not
Yeah.
pick
banana
up
bread on
Jack Daniels at all. That's crazy because usually I pick that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is one of the best gold label Jack Daniels like I've tasted, and I love those.
That's-
I've gone through, we'll just say, a healthy amount of gold label. And I mean, it's
Or
one of my
unhealthy.
it's one of my favorite high proof
Oh, yeah.
bourbons out there. This one was like I think like a 133.1 or
Yeah.
0.33.
She's up there.
Sadly, this one was a 375. So it
Oh.
was killed. It was killed as well to send you all your samples. Phenomenal. I mean, Jack Daniels, their gold label stuff, man. That is just one of the best buys in bourbon when you find it.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
For
Yeah,
sure.
it really is.
Especially, I feel like at that 129 proof. You know, some of them. It seems like I've gotten one. I think it was like a 126 proof ish. It just didn't feel like it had the flavor of some of the others. But
I don't
Maybe I'm a
remember
proof
getting
snob.
this much candy sweet on other Jack Daniel barrel proofs. Like this one to me is a bit unique.
To me, the banana, even knowing what it is now, the banana's there, but it's tamed down compared to a lot of other Jack Daniels I've had, which I think is why I just didn't pick up on it. But yeah, I think there's a real conversation to be had. That's the best value in bourbon. It's like, because I've never, ever had one I didn't like.
Yeah, that's what we
Have you had
said.
an Elijah Craig barrel proof that you didn't like?
Yeah, I've had Elijah Craig barrel proofs that had like a Sharpie marker note that I don't like. So yeah, I mean, I guess they're younger, but still, they're cheaper, right? For the most
They're about the same
depending on your market, probably.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we've said is like your go-to, like guaranteed perfect barrel proof is going to be Jack Daniels, but then 3 times a year, Elijah Craig barrel proof comes out, and you go try that. But as we said in our video, like we've never had a bad Jack Daniels barrel proof. We have had subpar Elijah Craigs, or compared to other Elijah Craig barrel proofs. Like, so
I can't.
Jack just sits there on the shelf. Like it's the availability is
that's a good point, Chuck. Yeah, the availabilities. You can go find that anytime you want, any time of the year. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was good. I did not pick up that was Jack Daniel's single barrel proof.
Which means with multiple people, I am still the winner. With as Lance said, the Baker's High Rye Bourbon, 7-year. Saw this on the shelf today at Total Wine. Actually, it was on the bottom shelf. It was all the way on the bottom.
It is on the bottom shelf here too.
Is sale
it really?
Yes.
It was on sale for $60. I almost bought another bottle.
Buy a case.
Yeah, no kidding. Right next to the regular Baker's that nobody's buying. And again, I don't know what it is about this bottle, but like drinking, like pouring and knowing what it is, it's not as good when you do it in a blind. This is just like, it's the opposite of Four Roses. Like Four Roses in a blind, always just crappy. Yeah. But when you drink it, it's amazing. This is the exact opposite.
This is the first time I've ever had this pour. I've never had it.
I didn't bring you a sample, Lance.
No.
Yes, I did.
Brian.
Okay.
No, if you did, I didn't drink it. This is the first time I've had this.
Yeah. And it's just sitting on the shelves. Like people are overlooking it. And it's really good. And again, it's MSRP is like $75. Like it's worth it.
That's what I was just gonna say. Yeah. Like, so we had over 30 bourbons in our submission, right? That we evaluated blind. Our top 2 are available for less than $70.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, the whole experience from beginning to end on this is what I love. It's just there's enough proof. There's tons of complexity. Good finish. It's just very nice. It doesn't throw you around the room too much. 3 was throwing me around the room a little too much. This is
3 was giving you the stag junior kick in the nuts and
yeah. This I could drink this I could drink this every day. This is a good pour.
When I was going down, it was actually the trip, Lance, that I had to go to Louisville for work, but then stayed over and we did the Nashville barrel pick. On the way down, that's when I picked up the Booker's Reserve for you, and I picked up this at the distillery. And the moment I drank it in the hotel room that night, I text TJ. I'm like, dude, you got to get
Yep.
the high rye. You got to get the high rye bakers. And he says, well, if you're coming back through and you see it, pick me up one. I'm like, okay. So
Yep.
I come back through and they're just stacked on the shelves
yeah.
at Beam. And I got that. And then I bought the Little Book Infinite. But that high rye just blew me away. I was like,
Mhm.
holy cow.
I would have got off the phone with you and been like, "Oh, Ed's being Ed."
Well, right?
I mean,
that's fair.
Hey, kudos,
That's fair.
man. This is great. This is really good.
Well, so yeah. One, I have a wife that really likes Jim Beam products, so like I can get away with buying extra Jim Beam products. But then, like when we were tasting for best of, I was on the fence of entering this, and Ed was like, "You just got to do it." And I was like, "Okay, fine. I'll just throw it in."
That's
And
hilarious.
Heather was like, "Do it," and I was like, "Okay." And then it wins, and I'm just like, "Oh my gosh."
That's hilarious. Yeah, and I'm usually like adverse to nuttiness a little bit, but this is it's got enough complexity mixed in. It's not like you're eating a bag of peanuts. It's just really nice. It's like
that spearmint note's kind of fun. It's kind of like it. I'm not sure if it should go with this, but it does. You know?
Yeah, it really does.
So
yeah, that's wild. It's good pour.
Yeah,
that's good pour.
Well done,
All right.
gentlemen.
Well, yeah. But now the fun begins, which I know this. I think Chuck knows. Brian has no idea. It's Ed's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
No, I knew
Happy
that.
birthday, Ed.
Oh,
And we
shit.
sent
You made
him
it to 80.
some. Yeah, it's actually 85. But, you know, we'll take it.
Yeah, I lost count after 79. So
I mean, to be fair, my
Jackass.
daughter was like, "Dad, how old are you today?" I was like, 38. She goes, "You know, Heather, how old are you?" And she's like, 21. And just goes, "Dad, you're old." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know. Thanks. I appreciate it, dear."
You're still in your 30s, TJ?
Yes, I am still in my 30s, Mr. 48-year-old.
Oh yeah, I'm 48 too, Brian. I'm right there with you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm not quite 48 yet, but I feel you.
yeah,
there,
I'm
so-
not 48. I'm not. I was there a minute ago, but
Oh man,
it's just a number on a piece of paper. So
What is it, Ed? How what's the big number this year?
the big 54.
Oh shit.
It's like
54.
you're saying the
Kiss my ass. Shut
Dude.
up.
Oh wow, dude! From
God dang.
I totally had you as like Social Security age, actually. So yeah, no, that's not bad, man.
I mean, hey,
Jeez.
what is it? Next year I qualify for the 55 and older community, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
AARP,
Join-
yeah.
Is that the senior
card.
tour level? Like you can.
That's what I'm way senior tour. Yeah, for sure.
You got to pop that blue pill yet, or are you still good?
Two of them. Kiss my ass.
It's red now. It's like a combination of 7
I
other
wouldn't know,
pills that you
TJ.
get
How
together.
do you know?
They're chewable.
watched
Come on
TV.
now.
How do
and
you
I-
know?
Because my wife watches Outlander, and it's like, "Hey guys, your wife watched Outlander. Here,
Well,
you
it's not.
need this
It's not
pill."
going to be. It's not going to be red for long. I think the FDA just outlawed red dye number 3.
Oh yeah, red dye 5's
I
out,
did
so
see
it's
that.
gonna be blue, green.
Illini orange, baby, we're back.
Go fighting kingfishers.
Kingfishers.
Stop it.
That's the only way the Illini are going to be trending up.
I would say the fighting eye strong. That's what it'll be.
Oh, jeez, Brad.
The what?
The fighting eye strong.
Oh, I like the kingfishers. I text Lance all the time.
Yeah,
He's like,
I'd buy
"Fuck you."
I'd buy the Kingfisher Lego and just build it.
Right.
So we sent Ed some extra special samples.
Oh, nice.
Which will be fun. Generally,
And
because we'll
ensure.
just let him try those. and
Oh, we're gonna make
decide.
him drink them now.
Yeah, because he doesn't have to drink all of them, like the whole sample, but I want him to see who sent him the best.
Oh.
So Brian, did you
All right.
actually send him a birthday sample? Because I don't remember if I
I have
explained that to you.
He
Oof.
does
I know you
have-
sent him a ton of samples.
He does have an extra sample, and I sent him some samples a while back. And
He sent me 2.
Do you have
prior
a
to his
random
birthday.
number that you want
do you
to
have it?
send? Lance, you can pour something special. I'm going to pour something kind of special.
he can.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna pour.
Ed
I'm gonna
his,
pour this. I just got it. So
Is that cash strength?
yeah.
What is it?
The funniest, I think I said this on our live
that
stream
Bowman?
for your thing. One of my students, his dad is the master distiller for that.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
keep
this
being
is
like,
so-
hey, you want to hook a brother up, man? Come on.
Yeah, this is 9 years, 135 proof.
Oh,
Which batch is that?
There you go.
This is batch 3.
So Chuck sent you happy and birthday, I guess.
Yep.
I sent you number 2. And Brian, is there one you want to have him
I
drink?
didn't send Ed Jack.
Okay. So there you go. You got
You know you did. It was number
he
3.
did. He did. He sent two
Yeah.
two extras.
Yeah, he sent 2 other things. I wouldn't trust it, but
I'm scared. I mean,
yeah.
we just drank mineral spirits for crying out loud.
Oh, those were
I
cave
was-
spirits.
I would say I was drinking through our best of whiskey because we're working on that. And the other night I was like, this pour is damn near perfect. It better not be Brian's. And all Heather would tell me was it was Chuck's. And I was like, oh, that's worse. Wow, nothing
All
from
right.
Chuck.
Sorry, I was trying to reply to the
Life
channel.
from the patio said that Bowman is good stuff.
Nick.
People were saying it was better than Stag, but I have my reservations. I'll tell you.
Come on now.
Yeah, let us know. So Nick says, do you have a list of 24 bourbons to start with? So there you go. I'm going to go with Cooper's Craft 100 Bottled and Bond is a great bourbon to start with.
Oh, I thought he said the ones that we started, or like.
I'm assuming it's like, what would you, if you were going to start a bourbon collection, what should we start with? Or
Old
I
Foe
guess
we
it
should
could
ask
be
Nick.
started
Old
with.
Foe
Could you
1920.
clarify, Nick?
Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof.
1920 or 1910, Brian?
Start with, I'd go 1910, then I'd work up to 1920.
That Bowman is delicious, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
really
and Lance, that's really nice of you to send samples of that to all of us. That was so
I can,
nice.
I can send samples to you.
Ooh.
All right, Lance.
All right.
Ed, just for you.
These
We'll
are
go Knob Creek,
nice.
Barrel.
Oh,
Proof.
nice.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Okay.
That came out fantastic.
Yeah, it did.
I got my bottle from the Jim Beam box, and yours kicks us butt.
Does it?
Oh,
Yeah, it tasted like that tasted like Knob 12 on steroids to me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
So-
Santa Batch watching from Ice Hole, Iowa. Good luck.
Yeah. Have fun. I think isn't it
Sounds
supposed
like
to be like
an Indian name.
isn't it supposed to be like negative 30 in Iowa like next week or something?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. So, David, is Cooper's Craft going to be around considering the layoffs of Bowden Foreman? I do not know. So, the cooperage that Cooper's Craft is named after is the cooperage they closed. However, I'm sure it was aging somewhere else. It was using their barrels. They're not going to just like close it. They're going to sell that cooperage off. So we will have to wait and see. Am I going to go out and buy like 3 bottles of Cooper Craft 100? Yes, I am.
Yeah.
So just letting you know that.
That's good stuff, man. Hey, I just looked. You guys are almost to 2K.
I know we keep getting closer.
Yeah.
We're going to get there.
Nice job.
Thanks, Nick.
I will take it for 3 dudes that had no idea about YouTube or video editing and really about bourbon. And we just were like, hey, let's do this.
Hey,
Two of
man.
the 3 dudes still have no idea about video editing. But
There's 2 dudes that have no idea about video editing. 1 dude does.
And one dude who just shows up.
Yep.
sometimes.
We'll
I
let
think-
you guess which one.
Sometimes.
I don't think you need all the fancy editing though. The way your channel set up is perfect. It's awesome. I love it.
We just do what we do.
And then there's one dude that just keeps feeding you guys money. So
I appreciate
good.
it. Yeah.
I was
Thanks
telling
to my
Chuck,
wife.
I was telling Chuck
Oh.
when he was over here. I just like how many bourbons you guys can enter in your bourbon of the year or whiskey of the year category because you're tasting from all over. It's just I mean, you're getting a big pool of stuff in, which is super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the problem is we
If
have
Brian
to-
doesn't ruin everything, it turns out
variety.
good.
Yeah, variety of items.
Right.
Well, I
Thank
still
you,
just
thank you, Lance, for appreciating that.
I just love. So Chuck texted me on the side. He was like, because it was like 3 hours before we like got on Zoom to like video our best of. And he was like, "It's set. There's no way Brian can change anything." Blah blah blah. And then like 30 minutes later, I get a text from him. He's like, "It's all freaking screwed up. What the hell just happened?" I'm like, "It'll be great."
So the fourth one was Russell's 15, and Brian screwed it up. Is that what I gather?
I think it was in like top 5, maybe top
Yeah.
2, and then Brian just like tanked it to like 35th.
Man,
Yeah.
didn't it taste
Out of
good in
30.
our blind? In our blind,
yes.
on my channel, it like stood out big time.
I will say, I think there is something about batching though, because yours was so much more jammy than Chuck's was, which was interesting.
It is interesting because that TJ, I was telling Chuck, that was the second bottle I opened. The first bottle we had in another blind, and it did not do as well as the bottle that I had in our final bourbon of the year, which is interesting.
Yeah, I could see that. What is it? Savannah Batch said, I heard Penelope is coming out with a Havana bourbon. Yeah, I've seen it around. People are drinking it. It's rum finished, which is
People are paying a lot on secondary for that, I heard.
well,
Crazy.
and that's what they did for what is it, Penelope Rio, and then
Rio.
eventually it's everywhere. So just calm it down, give it a chance, and it may not be this year, but next year you'll probably find it. So
Okay, whatever these are, they're fantastic.
good, because the one I sent, I'm not a huge fan of.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait, you sent Ed a pour that you're not a huge fan of on his birthday?
yeah.
I sent you 2 of my
When I
favorite
tell you
bourbons
what
on the
I
shelf.
sent him, it'll make sense.
Oh, okay.
The Chuck, the one that says birthday, that one is the clear leader in the clubhouse, and it's not even close.
What about the
I'm
one I
not
sent?
joking. That thing is freaking.
What one did we asked what you wanted him to try, and you didn't say anything.
He had the one that you went and got a total
BR
blind.
So I
6
poured-
3 2 4
I
5 6
poured
7.
the 03, whatever that.
Yeah.
The B2503. It's good.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It's good, but this one that says birthday, no, it's not close. This
I don't
thing
know
is
who
one-
live from the
So-
patio is, but this is the channel.
Jesus.
Power of Chaos. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
Without a
what
doubt.
we are. The power of chaos.
I would say, and my daughter
you for
loves
appreciating that.
Sonic and the Chaos Emerald,
Mm.
so it's all good.
Live from the patio. That's a hell of a logo there.
Right.
Yeah.
Can't do that here
Well-
in Kentucky right now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go. Chuck's actually typing things in. Fancy,
I'm
man.
trying. It's
Yeah, so-
I'm
so the
copying
one
from
I-
the spreadsheet, which isn't the.
I would
the,
say I agree
So-
with you. Nashville Barrel Company should be in your like 24 bourbons you try. Yes,
Yes.
they're doing some awesome stuff.
Yes. For sure.
Yeah. You can find some absolute bangers from them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't know if I
They're-
would
whatever-
trust.
Go ahead, TJ.
I was just gonna say I don't know if I trust Fred Minnick that they're like the best out of 100 bourbons, but they're very, very good with what they're doing.
Whatever voodoo they're doing to their stuff, it's working.
I still say they're double barreling or something. That
Yeah.
shit is
Yeah.
it's not first fill.
No.
But I mean, we were there, and I don't have any evidence of that other than
Right.
my palate, and it just tastes like something extra is being done.
Maybe they're just doing magic.
Yeah.
All right, Chuck, what is this?
What's the birthday or what's
Yeah.
happy?
What? No birthday.
Ed, if you ever come visit me,
Okay.
another one of these. So that's Old Carter Batch 6.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus. All right.
Chuck,
Yeah.
why didn't you buy Old Carter, man? Did you put a bid in?
Mhm.
Oh yeah. A few more years down the road, I would have had nothing.
I wouldn't know what to do with it. Like that would be the problem. Or like,
I said
put their
I
stuff
would have
up,
been the
it's just like-
dragon in the. Well, of course that was that was the. I can't remember what the comment was related to, but like, yeah, I would have been like a dragon in his treasure. You know, it's been like
Yeah.
I would just hoard it.
Hoard everything and
No,
don't
no.
breathe
That-
fire
I mean,
on people as
yeah.
they come in.
That would be
That
the
was
problem. is,
interesting.
like-
So they get divorced, and then he buys it in an auction. I wonder if he bought it for less than what it was going to be in the divorce, or what the initial
yeah, I hadn't thought
negotiations
about
were.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
Oh,
point.
wow.
All I know is like, had I bought that, or when like MGP was like, we're looking for a new CEO. Had I got that job, it'd just be the first month I'm on duty. I'm like, I just want to taste everything. Like,
Yeah.
this is my like. I don't need stock. Like, you're gonna pay me in barrels. This barrel, that barrel, this barrel.
Well, that's what I was
Right.
talking to Chuck about today. Like, if you own a distillery, how in the world do you keep up with your health? Tasting
Oh, I know.
No.
all day, every day, even if you're spitting it out. Like, I don't even know how you would. I don't know. But then, Jimmy Russell's still kicking. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, that's like.
And
so-
honestly, he, anytime I've seen anything with Jimmy Russell, like he seemed like one of the happiest old dudes you'll ever meet.
yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is with my wife finishing her PhD, eventually we were like, she's like, okay, we might move, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it'd be fun to go work at a distillery, but then you like talk to all the master distillers and they're like, I don't drink bourbon. I drink tequila. And I'm like, that sounds terrible.
That sounds like an awful choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I don't
funny.
wanna
Brian
work
Smith with Hard Truth says the same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah. He does it. Fred and Freddie talk about it. All of them. I'm just like, I wouldn't want to work. Like, it ruins it for me. Like, I would rather be the outside looking in and be like, this is great bourbon. I don't want to be like, this tequila is really good because I'm tired of bourbon.
Yeah.
you know what? I would be willing to take that chance, I think.
No.
What'd you send me, TJ?
The happy was barrel batch 23,
Ooh,
which is one of my
Very
favorite barrel batches.
Oh,
very
23.
tasty. I appreciate them. Thank you very much.
Happy birthday.
Hey,
And also,
I
that 13 years old Carter single barrel literally is waiting for you to be here at my house. So
I still have.
Wait, is it-
I'm like
I need
clutching
to get it
the
off the shelf.
little bit of this sample. I have like this much left.
That's all that's left. in the
Now,
bottle.
if you like break into the memory cells, what was better? The old Carter 14 you had at my house or the old Carter
Come on,
6 you
it's got to
had?
be the 14. That's not even comparable.
Yeah, that was.
Chuck, I got to warn you, bad things happen when Ed comes to your house. So just
Yes, yes, it does.
careful.
We'll show some restraint.
Especially the first time I come there, because the first time I came to Lance's, that
Yeah.
didn't go so well.
I saw you guys
No,
that night.
recovery.
We enjoyed a couple of George T. Stags, I think. And then
Oh,
The night you were there,
I
Chuck,
departed, and then
Thank God you departed because things went
yeah,
totally off the rails.
so bad. There were some things said that, yeah, they won't be repeated in public.
The worst we went off the rails ever.
Yeah, it was. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was flipping Old Fitz 19 and 17 bottles and
Bottle flipped an Old Fitz 19 that hadn't even been open yet.
Come on, Lance. That's good. That's good channel content. You
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
the bourbon joint.
it was
Like,
fabulous channel content.
you
His
wanna get to
daughters have it
100,000?
on.
and then I saw my dinner of shrimp and grits later that night. It was not a good night.
Ooh.
My wife-
He was doing doing
My wife
everything
could
in
have
his
killed me.
power to smash a Glencairn in my hand that his daughters have on video. He's like cheersing me like from back here. Just
Oh, I thought this was like an egg. Like you can't if you squeeze from the top. And
The
bottom,
ends, you can't-
break the
yeah.
egg.
Well,
Yeah.
Charlie, here you go, going all sciencey.
But it was all
No-
Chuck's
nobody
fault
wants that.
because we had George
I
T.
know.
Stagg earlier that night, and then he brought more George T. Stagg. So
Right.
and then he convinced me to open the Old Fitz 19. So
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Thank you.
man.
That was fantastic.
Convinced.
dude, still one of my top 3 pours of all time.
So good.
it was
That stuff was fabulous. When when we went out to dinner, and Lance asked the guy, like, "What do you got on special? That's special bottles." And the guy's like, "Well, I think we got this George T. Stagg." He goes, "How much?" And the guy goes, 30. Lance says, "Give us 2." Just, not fast. Because you don't find George T. Stagg for under $100 a pour usually.
Well, so that was at Chuck's. What was it? Wedding reception or what is the pre-wedding thing?
It's called the rehearsal.
That thing, the rehearsal.
The rehearsal.
They were like, they had the entire BTAC lineup, and they were like $20 an ounce. I was like,
oh my gosh, really?
Just load me up, man. I was just like, all right, George C. Stagg, gave it to Chuck and Brian and me, and it was like William Weller, Chuck, Brian, and me.
Where was your rehearsal at, Chuck?
That was at Big Grove.
Oh, well, that's where the George T. Stagg was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
They had SAS 18 there that night. Still, I dream about that SAS 18. So good.
You like SAS 18 better than or Thomas Handy from the rye standpoint?
Oh, wow. You're talking two great things that taste different. I like the Handy is so much sweeter. Like, they're both phenomenal. Yeah. Oh, don't make me do that. Although your Handy,
it's pretty easy decision there, Brian.
Your Handy.
I don't like the way you're saying that. Please don't say that.
Oh, that was good.
I just like the fact that this is live and forever on the internet. So.
TJ, please.
Okay. Thomas needs to be said in front of Handy at all times. At all times, Brian.
Oh, geez.
So Ed, I sent you the birthday bourbon. So I felt it was appropriate for your birthday.
Happy birthday.
Nice. Which birthday bourbon, TJ?
2022.
Oh, nice.
It's tasty. It's very good. Mm-hmm. Brian?
You have Henderson Barrel Proof.
Lies.
That's not even a thing.
That's not. Henderson Barrel Proof's gasoline.
I sent you Hidden Barn LE.
So
toasted, toasted in rum casks.
So I actually sent. I just sent you our most controversial top 10 one, which was the Old Emmer that made the top 10.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Yeah. So that was 03, and that finished. What was that? 7th overall. We all really enjoyed. Just sitting on the shelf everywhere.
Is that Barton? Where's that from?
No, it is. There's another distillery in Kentucky that only contract distills.
Oh.
I forget the name of it. It's like DJW or something like that.
So I need to go get the bottle.
Ed brought it over. It tasted like that. It had like a little fruit cocktail syrupy thing going on that reminded me of Barton. So
we have some arguments.
Yeah, that's good.
We're gonna have to revisit this because I bought one at Total Wine because it's Total Wine exclusive, and it was nowhere near as good as Brian's. So we've got some batching questions.
All right.
Interesting.
Yeah. TJ, for you and I, that would have finished in the number 2.
Yeah, I was saying that was it was
really
that good.
Brian poo-pooed it. It brought it down considerably.
Yeah.
Brian poo-poos his own pours. I love that. It just blows me away.
Is that a $50 bottle or something?
40,
like 45. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And they just released. So I was in Total Wine today because I had to kill some time. They had an Old Emmer rum finished and a toasted for like 75, and I was like, "Oh, that's kind of tempting." Not gonna lie.
Tempt on the toasted, maybe not the rum finishes.
Yeah.
For me are just not my jam.
I mean, I haven't hated it.
Yeah,
you better say
it's good.
That is literally like
you only hated it when you tasted it blind, Brian.
Yeah, right.
Actually,
can you send that to me too? Because based on your rating,
I did. I did. Chuck,
yeah, he sent another sample, and then I'm gonna have to pour mine.
No, I want the whole bottle. Just send the bottle.
I mean,
right?
I wouldn't trade it for Russell's 15. I mean, what do you got?
I mean, I would gladly take Russell's 15.
Wait, what? You wouldn't trade that for a Russell's 15?
No.
I love you, Brian. I love that you will just stand on a hill.
The
and
conviction.
You will just die on it. It's amazing.
If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. Like that's the end of the story.
Hey.
What was this like?
1910 Bourbon of the year
and
every year.
Who was arguing against?
But Brian,
Copernicus
you
and
could-
the, like the
Brian,
earth
you
is
could
flat
trade
and
that for a
round.
Russell's 15 and then get
That's too much
one
work
of
for
those.
him.
And then get 3 cases of old
Yeah.
Hammer.
I
Three-
could,
You
but
probably
like
buy the
bourbon
distillery.
in the hand is better than not.
And 2 in the bush.
So let's see if I don't know if I have any. If they're, I mean, batch specific, like to find this batch. There's nothing on here that.
No,
indicates
there's
any
nothing.
batch
I even asked the
number.
guys at Total Wine, and they were just like, "It's our stuff." And
No,
I'm
I don't know if the
It's
I don't
not
know if
yours,
the
but okay.
proof would change based on batch. I mean, this is
No,
you know,
proof is the same.
no,
And it doesn't say single
Okay.
barrel.
No,
nope.
So Elmer is a Total Wine. That Chestnut Farm
Emmer.
is Total Wine too,
Yeah.
right?
yes.
Emmer, old Emmer.
Emmer.
But I think
The-
Chestnut Farms is Barton, if I remember right.
Yes. I did hear that. The Chestnut Farm bottled and bond is really freaking good.
Yeah, but it's pretty
The one-
expensive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's over $100.
For a 4-year?
Ooh,
Yeah, I'm
Y'all
not
just go to
kidding.
Costco and buy the Costco bottled and bond, which is $17.92 bottled and bond for the same
Mhm.
price, but a liter.
No,
Right.
I think we
Liter
said
of
this,
cola.
but real fast on the old Emmer, like it is the cast strength. Like just to be clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure. Yeah.
it's
Blue
just
label.
gas strength.
The one Ed brought to my house was really good.
Mhm.
It was tasty.
Yeah.
For $45, there's no arguing how good of a bottle that is. It's
Yeah, I
Right.
think this was 55.
Brian, stop drinking
Like
it.
that. 59.
I
sent you a sample.
No, you don't appreciate it. Send it to me.
Oh, that
The
is
fact
good.
that you and
That
TJ
is
ranked
good.
at 2, that is
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
I
Is that
like.
right?
Did you guys rank it above Russell's 15? So Brian might be right.
So let's set the record here. If
Yeah.
anybody's still watching, if nothing else, at least for
There's
um,
10 people.
if so I got the data in, and it was TJ and I got our ratings first. So like I get the spreadsheet set up so then it's like ready for Brian's data.
I would say
But
on
I
Patreon, they
always
can
look
see
at,
like pre-Brian and post-Brian.
Yeah. So I at least see like
I need to go
what do
back
we
and
have?
look.
Yeah, what do we have prior to Brian's ratings? And it was a 3 bourbons were tied for the top based on our TJ and I's ratings, and it was the Manifest Whiskey,
Mhm.
the Old Emmer, and Russell's 15.
Oh, nice.
So not Baker's.
But then when
High
Brian's
Rock.
ratings came in, Russell's 15 fell all the way to 9th.
What'd you
Boom.
crack, TJ?
That's
You-
a new
you
Four
rated
Roses,
it.
right?
2
Yeah, so
and
I am
for a nose,
super excited
3
about these. Some people are poo-pooing on it. I don't really care. Screw you. You're wrong. I'm right.
I've never had
this
anything
is-
bad from Four Roses.
Well, so
Mm-mm.
they're re-releasing every mash bill, but at 100 proof. So it
Yeah.
finally hit Louisville. I walked in a Total Wine for $45. I got
Really?
OBSV or OBSF and what was the other one? OESO
Oh,
Oh, yes.
100 proof.
Hard to find.
And I'm like, for $45? Absolutely. So you can try every mash bill at $45 and then decide what's your favorite one and
That's
get it
cool.
at barrel proof for 110. Sign me up.
that's very cool.
course-
I've picked
course,
OESKs
here's-
on almost every barrel pick I've been on at Four Roses.
Interesting.
Of course, here's
Is
the
that what
caveat with those new single barrels is they're only releasing 3 recipes a year. So
Gotta catch them all.
Oh.
those 3 that are this year aren't going to circle back around for a couple of years. So
Oh,
you have to keep buying them each year.
That's smart.
It's like the eclipse.
Yep. Is that what our Barrels for Hope
No,
recipe?
I don't think so. No, the Barrels for Hope was the only one I didn't pick OESK. It's an OESF, but
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the first.
Fabulous.
I think.
Oh yeah, it was over 11 years old. Yeah, I've only got that
What-
much left. I'm almost out of it.
Ooh.
Say, I
When
don't
I was
know
at-
who Haley Johnson is, but hey,
Hey, Haley.
I'll take it.
What's up, Haley?
When
Sip.
when
Hi,
I was at
Tim.
TJ's, he's got an 18-year Four Roses. Dude,
Ooh.
Oh my
that
god.
thing is next level. It's crazy.
Yep.
That is
Yeah, if they would
great. That's
release some more like 15 plus
15
stuff.
year. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Sign me up. That's what their
Absolutely.
limited edition stuff should be. Now, I
It-
love the Four Roses limited edition, but just make it rotate the mash bill every year
Mhm.
and just do an
And
ultra
then
aged of whatever
right.
it is.
Right. The one that I have 2022, and that 135th anniversary one that Brad and Ben have isn't near as good as the one that I have. And people were going crazy over that 135th, and it was okay, it was good, but not for the price.
Mhm.
That a lot of Four Roses. I'm like, good, not great.
Four Roses is delicious.
Yeah, I would say I love Four Roses.
I might take Russell's 15 over. I'm not sure.
Well, there's no Russell's 15 this year, just a Russell's 13. So there you go, buddy.
You know what I am excited about though, because I
What?
love my Jack 14.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
cannot. I'm gonna try so hard to get a
Please.
bottle of that.
14.
The good
That-
news is I live in Kentucky. Jack Daniels does not distribute to Kentucky, so I do not have to worry about any of it.
Jack 12 was
That-
so good. Jack 12, I
God.
love, man. So good.
That
Yeah, I've
bottle
got-
of
Did you
Jack
did you
12
feel like there was a substantial step up from the Jack 10 to the Jack 12?
Yes.
Big
yes.
time.
And yes.
So I got to video edit a couple things, but future episodes coming. We did some blinds with 12-year-old from Japan and Jack Daniels, and something may have won. Just letting you know.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that bottle
Yeah.
that you have, Lance, of Jack 12 is special.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
Dude, that's so good.
Is there a consensus on which of the batches out of the three?
I think
I think
one,
you have two.
batch one is the consensus for what's the best, but I mean, you're splitting hairs. I have batch 2 and it's fantastic. So
It's fantastic.
Okay.
Give me one or two, it doesn't matter.
it's like people
Jack
arguing over the laser codes for C923. It's like
Yeah,
they're
whatever.
all freaking
Whatever.
fantastic.
Whatever.
Stop.
So dumb.
Uh,
God.
To be fair,
I will say the 2021 release of Coy Hill significantly better than the 2024.
I have heard from a couple people that the
I've
new
heard that.
Coy Hill is not as good.
Yep, I've heard that.
No,
too.
and it's not just a proof thing. Like,
You know my favorite thing on Whiskey Tube though is when someone sends somebody a blind with the same 3 pours and they dissect them and completely think they're drinking 3 different things.
That's the best.
It makes me really wonder, like, how much are we really, what are we doing here?
Oh, we're all making stuff up. We're
I don't know,
completely
Lance.
honest on that.
I appreciate your ability this evening to pick out the high rye bakers was
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah,
You
that's
stumped
stood
on the
out.
other two, but I still give you kudos for the high rye.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
called it.
Yeah, that, and then also on the ancient cave. You're like,
You really
craft.
snuffed that out.
I think that's craft distillery.
I don't think that was that
it's really
impressive,
young.
Brian.
Youngwood. Man. I mean, you really nailed that one too. So I don't want that to be overlooked tonight.
I
as
think
well.
TJ, you have a I think I gave them all to you. You've got a set of samples that I said to do on a live
Yeah.
with everybody, and I'm really anxious to see how that shakes out because that'll be fun.
I say
That'll be
it
fun.
was 1, 2, and 3, right?
Yep, 1, 2, and 3, and it's for all you guys. And I'm curious to see how that comes out.
Is it peanuts, or peanuts?
It might be. I don't know. You'll see.
Say, do you guys have 1, 2, and 3 easily available?
Oh, we're doing this now.
I do.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make you.
Chuck has this like monotone. He goes, "We're
No,
doing this now."
we passed the Chuck's bedtime about 30 minutes
Oh,
ago.
it's like,
Yeah.
it's a and it's a Wednesday.
right. TJ, did you take a sick day tomorrow?
No, I'll be fine.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't.
TJ,
Which sample shipment was this in? What am I looking for?
I just have things with like it's a 1 and it's a like
That's not helpful.
2 and a 3. I'm assuming it's these ones.
Guys, I'm gonna run while you guys do this, but thanks for having me
Thanks,
because I
Lance.
do have to work tomorrow and I have a live stream tomorrow. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, you have the key is you have a live stream tomorrow. That's the important thing.
I do. But hey, cheers, guys. This was great. Congrats to you guys
Appreciate
on the channel. I love you guys. Watch all your videos. Ed, happy birthday, you old fucker.
Thanks, buddy. Hey, Lance, fuck off. Love you, buddy.
I wish I had my video for you, Ed. I could play. But...
I know. I love
All
you.
right,
You
love
don't
you guys.
have control
Night,
anymore.
man.
All right.
Thanks,
See you, Lance. Love
Take
you,
care,
man.
guys.
See ya.
All right, if you don't have it, like,
Honestly,
we need to-
do you think
we need
Lance
to-
is going to be able to sleep tonight knowing how well we were aligned
Oh, you got it
on
too.
sample 3?
Brian,
So-
do you have a 1, 2, and 3?
Brian.
Yeah, I do somewhere.
Somewhere.
So 1's pink, 2
Yes.
orange.
Is orange?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
3
that's it.
is green.
Okay, here we go.
Okay,
Wait,
well, yeah.
Were these
I mean, the
most
2
recent
important
samples?
people have it. I like it.
we're in business.
Was this your box I got today?
No, this is from Ed a long time ago.
Not
Yeah.
that long ago.
Gosh. Ooh. Oh, from Ed?
No, I think you would have sent. Did you not send it in your best of bourbon? Like, it
Yeah,
wasn't
I
that
think I
long
sent
ago.
it in my best of bourbon. It's
Yeah,
from
okay.
me, but it's Ed's samples. It's 1, 2, and 3. I'm excited to try this. I mean, Ed was gracious enough and tried our birthday pours.
Should we do this over a? I don't know. Is now? I'm gonna pour small pours if that's okay.
Yeah, I'm pouring small pours too. So
1's pink,
Mhm.
2's orange, 3's green, but a totally different type of label.
Yep. You can't criticize anybody
Yes.
on labeling.
yeah, no kidding. Good gosh.
I won't because nobody cares less about that than me.
Clearly.
So Chuck, I will trade you much of this for like half
This
an
much
old
of
Carter.
this.
For half an old Carter? I don't think so.
Absolutely not. I wouldn't trade anything that you own for any of my old Carters.
I wouldn't trade anything. That's fantastic.
Even there, like actually, I have an old Carter batch 10. That's like, it's okay.
Well, 6 and 13 are off the freaking rails, good.
Yeah,
So
the 6
I
and
mean,
then the 13
Yeah.
single barrel are,
Oh, and the 14 is next level.
So I'm willing to say 1 and 2 smell the same. 3
Okay.
a little bit different.
So what
one's
color was
nutty.
3?
What
3
color is
was
3?
green.
The label.
Oh, green.
Green.
Okay. Okay.
I get a little different. Like 1 to me is classic bean, or like a little bit like a baker's nuttiness.
Yeah.
Number 2, a little bit more tobacco and char
Really?
there.
Okay, I can see that. I was gonna say a little like pear and spearmint stuff.
Okay. I haven't tasted any of the 3, but
I have
so
not
we're
either.
just doing like a
Ooh,
teeny
whoa.
bit of these.
3 is
Yeah.
like, what is that? That is
Yeah,
like
3 is
finished
way
in a
off from 1 and 2.
Madeira cask or something. That is sweet. That is like syrupy Tokai finished or Sauterne finished, kind of a at least
Yeah, I can go with that.
initial nose vibes. I'm not committing to that. Oh yeah, the first one's just like, yeah, that's just like bean nuttiness.
Is Ed not just sending us a bunch of Wyoming stuff? Or
no,
or,
none of these are
no.
Wyoming.
I think number
or
one's a bean
what's the other
product.
place?
Chattanooga?
Yeah, Chattanooga.
No.
I would be shocked. I think number one is a bean.
One is amazing.
That's solid bourbon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rich, complex, oaky.
Ooh, that goes on one.
Brian's catching up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was not with you guys.
Everybody's experiencing like what we deal with when we're
Mm.
trying to film.
Yeah. Behind the scenes. You're welcome. After hours.
Look,
That batch 23 is no joke,
on
Chuck.
too.
That batch 23 is no joke.
Appreciate you.
Oof.
I went
No, it's
through
going
like
on right away.
I got some old batches, and I was torn on which one, and I landed down. I was like, I need to send this 23.
Oh man, that is solid. Oh, that is solid. Whoop.
They don't make them
I
like
mean-
they used to, Ed.
I mean, number one is no ancient cave, but it's pretty good.
I tried. I mean,
These
you
are-
know.
So is there a theme to this, Ed, or you don't?
Yes.
I do
Okay.
like how you just labeled over one of the ones that I sent. Those awful
Right.
labels.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You
because
didn't
you
even
can't get those
intend to.
off at all.
Because I
Mm-mm.
because I was
Horrible.
I was trying to get all of the amber bottles so you couldn't do the whole color thing, you know. And yeah. So there you go.
Yeah, Chuck, on your labels, I'm pretty sure a while back, like poor Rachel, she even like boiled some of these in water to get those labels off. And it just,
I
Oh.
like how she did that, not you, but yeah.
You
well,
I
she
don't
did.
know if you guys were. Brian was probably around. Do you remember the old label maker where you put the stuff through and you turn the dial and you go like and it made the
Yeah.
raised
Yeah.
white number. You remember
Yeah,
those, Chuck?
my wife has one. She loves her
Okay.
label maker.
Ben uses those, and you cannot get that shit off the
Oh
bottle.
yeah.
You can't. You got to break them. It's like throw it in the garbage because that's not being reused.
So I actually used those, I think, way back in the day when we first started sending these, and I actually
Right?
got Rachel's label maker out and did those, and Chuck and TJ were not happy about that
They're like,
situation.
don't, because we can't reuse the bottle. So don't do it. So yes, there is a
But now-
theme.
but-
Yes, there is.
Yeah, but then I use stickers, and they're like, "Oh, I think a sticker came off." They whined about that. Then I used tape, and now they're whining about like blue tape with like black Sharpie. There's no making these guys happy.
All right.
Blue tape with the black shark is great, Brian. We
Yep.
can talk about your labeling scheme later.
Scheme
Yeah.
needs some work, but
Yeah.
okay.
Look, it has a code to it. Okay,
This is
It's
our
like a
fault
choose your
that
own-
we created
it's-
a SOP.
it's like
I
a
would say-
choose your own adventure book.
Yeah.
But
I
in
say,
bourbon
it's a-
code style.
It's
back to
code
the-
only you and like the Secret Service can figure out. So,
If he finds the paper after searching. For it.
yeah. Oh God.
Right.
The
Yeah.
episode that we did not post because 45 minutes of it was Brian trying to find pictures of what he
That
sent.
was so bad. Should I send those ryes again, like individually, or to do it in a different
No.
way?
No, we're
That's
good.
funny.
So 2 is very fruity. I very much enjoy it.
There's something else there though. Like I'm getting, I don't know if it's a crafty note, but it's like it's a.
Hmm.
Yeah, hang on a second. Not a
I
crafty,
see what you're saying.
but it's
From
like
the palate to finish, there is a little bit of a crafty charry young oak note.
wouldn't shock me if that was like a starlight finished or
Mm-hmm.
like that. But I'm digging number 1 over number 2.
Yep.
Number 3.
Oh, sure.
That's just like, wow, that's the nose is complex. Initially I got this like super sweet finish note. Like I said earlier, like a Tokai finish, but now it's like it's more of like a baked caramel and brown sugar.
Yeah, but on the palate and the finish, it is just sweet, sugary craft.
I don't get the. Yeah, I mean, maybe just a hint of craft in there, but it's like less craft than like number 2, which maybe that's, if it is finished in comparison to number 2, covering up some of the raw. The nose, I enjoy the nose.
For me, I think Edson in the right order. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3.
I don't know. I think I might go 3, 1, 2.
Wow. Okay.
Hang on, I said I might.
My Brian, you've been quiet.
For once.
Okay.
We appreciate it. Reinforce the good behavior. Yeah, I think I'm going 3, 1, 2.
I'm between 1 and 3.
Ed's in.
This is awesome. I love it. I love it.
2, like I enjoy everything about 2.
2?
Oh, Let the monologue finish.
Oh, God.
Give him
Hold
his
on,
45
Brian.
minutes.
Time. Like, let's go.
We have jobs tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, quick notes. 2 is really good, but everything just feels a little bit too muted in 2. Like just things are there, but they just don't pop for me.
What's the ESPN with Tony Reali? Pardon the interruption.
Yeah, right.
We need
right.
a mute.
The button.
Like for
you
Brian.
need the button. Yeah.
Like, okay, you're in. You're done. Like we're moving.
Yeah, it's 1, 3, 2. What? Oh, no, I don't know. The finish on 3, there's a little bit of funkiness on that into that finish, where I feel like it doesn't leave the don't like. It doesn't leave
knock
the
it all the way down
best.
to 3rd.
Well, no, second.
Remember,
two is
Russell's 15, Chuck. Remember.
Number 2 is clearly number 3.
All right, so we need Excel wizards. So Brian is going 1, 3, 2. I'm going 1, 2, 3, and whatever you're doing.
So I mean, that would just be you guys. It would be 1.
No, I'm with Chuck. No, stop. I'm with Chuck. I think 3.
3. Okay.
Then
3, 1, 2.
3's the winner. 1's second, and 2's the universal last place.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sticking.
Yeah,
with
right.
3, 1, 2.
I think I like 3.
Okay. So back to kind of what Lance was talking about. They are all the same, but different. But different. So you'll love it. You said 3 was the winner?
Yeah.
For everyone but me, yeah. I thought it was the
for
worst.
everyone. That's
So that was the
hilarious,
winner.
TJ.
Yeah, TJ, hey,
Okay, that's
discuss
Baker's
the
High
side
Rye.
champion.
Yes.
That tastes finished to me. That's crazy.
That's Baker's High Rye.
Yeah,
that's my bottle. So I don't know. I mean, but is that the same? TJ, is that your first bottle still, or is that a second bottle?
That's my first bottle, and it tastes nothing
that's
like
the same.
this.
I bought them literally like 3 days apart.
Yeah.
So there you go. So Chuck's, I mean, and what finished second? Number 1?
Number 1.
Yeah.
Which tasted like classic Beam to me. Like that was a bit more.
That is a Baker's 8. It is the regular Baker's, but it's an 8-year.
Yeah.
Which is, this bottle is fantastic.
Okay.
Absolutely
that makes
fantastic.
sense. Like that. Yeah. That was like just being nuttiness, like through and
Mhm.
through. Like if you like the Knob Creek lineup, you
That's
love
good.
that. Like that's just
Mm-hmm.
if you like Booker's, what you do.
Agreed.
That's
Yep.
solid.
And then last place, which is kind of surprising, it's the old batches of Bakers.
Okay.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah. I'm
I
getting.
just thought that'd be a
Wow.
cool lineup to do
Yes.
side by side to
Yeah,
see what you guys
absolutely.
think.
Ah,
Yeah.
But yeah, Ben sent me this bottle.
Mm-hmm.
It's an old batch of Bakers. I think it's I don't know. It's just 7 year, and that's it. But it's the old school Bakers. So
Mhm.
cool.
Well, they do
But-
stuff better now. Is my assumption.
Clearly better. I agree,
Yeah,
Chuck.
really, that
I
7
agree.
year high rye, like that is that.
It's
Like,
so good.
Yep.
well,
And I forget
still
if
have a
we-
little bit of your, although I don't have TJ's left anymore. TJ, you need to send me a new sample because I'd love to taste Ed's high rye versus yours
Yeah.
versus
Yeah,
mine. Did you say
I'm gonna
no?
do that.
Yeah, I said no. I'm not sending any more of my high rye. All right.
Thanks, buddy.
So
So there you go.
yeah,
There you go. Bakers,
yeah,
all
I
the
won't
same
send
but
you any other
different.
samples.
And
I think
yeah,
at the end of the day, the moral of the story is quit sleeping on Jim Beam. They do some good stuff. Yes. Like
And
they're-
Hunt-
Jack Daniels.
Yeah, I mean, I think Jim Beam and Jack Daniels are the same story, which is they have a bad rep, but their limited editions, their special stuff is actually really good. But I will say, like, I had to do family Christmas up in Illinois, and I picked up a bottle of the Jim Beam Black Label. It did the job. It was pretty damn good.
did the
So, just saying.
that Winter Reserve
Oh God, the Winter Reserve. Wait,
is
what?
for a $24 bottle. Pretty solid. Makes fantastic cocktails.
That's one of those like don't tell your
Fantastic
friend about
cocktails.
it. Just buy
No, yeah, just go buy it. Just go get one.
So is Brian needing to send a flight to Chuck and TJ of $24.99 and less?
Scared.
And Ed.
And Ed.
Scared.
I think I'm going to be
Sure, do
traveling saying that whenever you. Send
What
it,
can I
just send it
find?
to TJ.
Hey, what if I make one of them the Jim Beam Winter Blend or Black Label?
I have the Winter Blend, and it's very good. Just saying.
I have
And then two
both,
others
I
I
think.
find for $24.99 or less.
Yep.
Could be fun.
I think that's a great. Yeah, I think that's would be good for the channel.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be part of it.
Yeah.
you want
All right.
you want
Are
to
you
be
going to
in
be in
Africa at the
Argentina or
time?
something, Chuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Or
For
Japan.
sure.
Who knows where?
Anyway.
All right. So with
Oh,
that,
Yeah.
cheers.
that. Awesome.
And thanks for joining us. You put up with us with 2 hours, and we appreciate it.
Good stuff.
We'll see you later. Cheers.
All right.
Don't go anywhere, everybody.
Power bourbon.